what got each of you involved or started with your Goosebumps fandom?
Well, well.
To go back
All
to
started at
what we
the
said before,
at the shores
I
of
am older than I look, of course. So I grew up in the 90s. I was 10 years old when the show came out. So in 95.
I wish I had
So
like
I
one of
grew up
those
with
really
it
old like
and got to
smoke
do all
pipes,
that.
just like well,
It's funny. I actually look just as young, if not younger, than these two. So what's going on with their lives that I look just as young, if not
We
younger than
love
them? You know
you.
what I
We
mean?
love you.
math.
Let us push
No.
the envelope. We love
I
you.
honestly, I would have thought
That's
that,
all I do, man.
being in the
Because I'm the
Australian sound would
tower of
make me look
power, too sweet to
older
be
quicker.
sour. Funky like a monkey, sky's the limit and space is the place. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I got into Goosebumps
to a T.
when I was 5. No, not even 5. I was 4, and yeah, I remember. I've told this story so many times, but to those who haven't heard, I grew up obviously in Australia, but I was born in New Zealand, so I have a lot of family that live over there. So yeah, I was hanging out with my cousin in his room, and he was playing a game, and he told me to leave him alone because he was too busy playing this game. I remember Isaiah would like this, but I remember it was specifically a Simpsons game. I couldn't tell you what it was, but I just remember the whole town of Springfield was in it, and I remember looking at it, going, "Oh, that's so cool." But he kept sort of like pushing me away, like, "Leave me alone, go read a book, go do something." And then I walk over to his desk, and he just had stacks of Goosebump books, and then oh, he shouldn't. It just makes me think if he never told me to piss off, I may have never gotten into Goosebumps the way that I did. But
Dogs
I
and
remember,
cats
yeah,
living together.
Yeah, you
Mass
just would have had
hysteria.
to find his nudie mags instead.
yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I
Yeah.
picked up Matt
What was
Living
the
Dummy
joke we made
right
in one of
away.
our episodes? The Billie Jean Aussie fan. That's where you'd be right now.
Yeah,
Or not Billie
but
Jean,
now
Billie Eilish.
I have no money
Billie Eilish.
because
I was
I
gonna say,
spent
I was
all
like
my
Billie
money into
Jean. I was like
Goosebumps.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he was a
Bro.
really big fan of Billie Jean, the song.
Mm.
Yeah,
Just that
yeah, I
song in
must have been. But
particular.
yeah, I
No
don't.
other Michael Jackson songs.
I mean, I was a '95 baby, so I caught the tail end of Goosebumps. So even when I was in school, 2000, 2001, like it was still popular, and you had Series 2000 and Black Spine Goosebump books, and so it was still
Popular for you
quite big.
in Australia. For whatever reason, the popularity lasted longer in Australia
A
than it
lot
did in the
longer.
States. Because once it was said and done here, it was said and done.
Yeah, no, we still had it.
Because in '98, it basically just hit a
Yeah,
wall.
we had a good
And
3 or 4 years here in the States before it just vanished overnight and Harry Potter took over. Yeah, that little
Yeah,
scar
pretty
bastard
much.
right behind you. I
I
see
would
it.
say
I see you. I see
it,
you.
2001 was when Goosebumps was like dying. 2002 maybe, like, but it was well and truly still around. And I remember we had a teacher at school who even said like, you know, if you kids are good today, tomorrow we'll watch Goosebumps. And I remember being like, yeah, and everyone was super excited. And it was like a burnt. And the funny thing is, it was actually a burnt tape. So there was episodes on there that you couldn't really buy at the time, like Return of the
I wonder if
Mummy.
she got it
And
from
So you bought it
Max
from
over here.
Max
Not
over
from
here,
Max. Max, did you sell any
Yeah.
Goosebumps things?
maybe.
I'm trying to get on a TikTok. Shut the fuck up. And I
yeah.
don't
Hey,
understand anything that motherfucker.
don't get mad. It was your penis that got us kicked off in the first place.
First of all, my penis is fantastic, and they just got impressed. So
It also
Like,
violated.
I
their
don't think
terms
you
and
worded
conditions.
that quite well.
Fine, it was the implication of his penis.
there you go.
It was you flashing us that got us off.
First of all, I don't know why you guys keep calling me Max, but okay, just to start. But yeah,
Yeah, let's say first of
You
all,
said that was your job title.
I didn't think something like that could be malformed in such a gruesome fashion.
I don't know. People are crazy, man.
The way
You need to let the system fuck off because it was somebody that reported us for that to happen that fast, man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Greetings, boys and girls. My name is Isaiah Vargas. For over 3 decades, R.L. Stine's Goosebumps has reigned as one of the best-selling book series in history, spawning a monster franchise that's lasted since 1992, and spawning a massive fan base. folks who love to talk about this influential series, and that's where we come in. Join the Goosebumps crew, Nick Shaw, Bjorn Panelik, and myself every week as we dive into the world of Goosebumps and talk about everything from the books, TV shows, movies, video games, merchandise, and so much more. Many like-minded Goosebumps fans and a growing list of special guests join us, so if you want Goosebumps, get with the program. Tune in to the Goosebumps crew every week on YouTube and audio platforms. Become a Goosebumps crew member today. Listen with the lights on. Anyway, for me, getting
He's
into
talking about
Goosebumps
showing
was-
his penis. Oh!
Shut up about penis.
Yeah, it was somebody was on. Yeah, somebody was on there. Was like, I don't have a penis. That makes me mad.
Yeah, it's smooth
I
out
got
there
a
like a Barbie
micro
doll.
penis.
There's just nothing there.
Probably was my Latino remark, man. You didn't really. Oh no, they say sexual, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Services. Oh, you know what it was? We said that
Yeah.
we would. You said that you would get naked. Or actually, wait. It was freaking Bjorn.
Me?
No, Bjorn didn't specifically
That was
say
both of
naked.
you.
He just said he would streak.
I said
I
I would
don't know.
streak. I used the word streak.
Okay.
And that could mean anything.
True.
All right, well, if I could be so kind as to tell my story now. I got into Goosebumps.
If you guys are having fun, imagine what is to be in a convention with this guy's life. So
They can't turn us off.
Well, this is my life. Surrounded by all you clowns. No, I was living in a big circus. The way I got
Bring
into
in the
Goosebumps was actually,
clowns.
it's funny because the first time I like really got exposed to Goosebumps, I actually was like freaking terrified of it, and I wanted nothing to do with it afterwards. I told
So
the story
Goosebumps
before, just
exposed
like,
itself to you, huh? That's
well, yeah.
kind of fucked up.
Is that he paid his money and he was not expecting the show?
Just like Bjorn said, I've told this story many times, but the first time I heard of Goosebumps was when Cartoon Network did its first Halloween marathon. So, for context, the Goosebumps TV show went off the air in 1998. It had some reruns on like some other channels, but they weren't really like super well advertised. It wasn't until 2007 in the States when Cartoon Network got the rights to the show and aired it every Halloween for the next 3 years. And 2007 was the first year, and they advertised it almost like a 80s grindhouse movie. So you have like the guy with the really deep voice and like the red blood splatter lettering and all that stuff. It was really cool. But me being a little, innocent little 6-year-old, I watched that and I was like, oh, it's too scary. So I didn't want
I wonder if it
anything
was
to
the
do
same
with it.
voice. Peter Cullen. He did Toonami, but he's the voice of Optimus Prime.
Yeah, he does that like really deep voice like well, and the way they like, I think they put like an audio filter over it too because it sounded like really like grainy. They really did a good job on it, but I didn't want anything to do with it. I would see like the books, and I think I even saw like the tapes in like the public library back when libraries still sold had VHS tapes for.
And they still rented VHS tapes.
And but I would see them and just be like, no, too scary. And then for whatever reason, it wasn't until 2010 where one day I was just so bored. I finished a test. I was like the first one. I'm like, well, what do I do? And I went over to the books. I wasn't a huge reader either.
Nerd.
I mean, you went to the book, sir.
I love how you said nerd, but then I said I wasn't a huge reader.
Nerd.
No, they had
Finished
high
your
speed
test
internet by
first.
then.
Nerd. Where you going, nerd? Are you reading that book? Reading for pussies. Anyway,
Why did I just get like Jimmy from South Park energy from you right there? He's like,
Totally.
readings for pussies.
Don't even mention South Park to me. You know what will
I
happen.
went
Oh,
I will
Lord.
go on a
Readings for
tangent.
I went over to the bookshelf and I just looked around and I think it was
Readings for pussies.
Bad Hair Day with the rabbit with the really long like really long jaw just hanging. And I was like, whoa, that looks cool. And then I just like really was like hooked automatically, and I started wanting to go to the library every week to check out Goosebumps books. And then eventually they were just like, why don't you just
See, I
start
should have
like,
saved the nerd for that part right there.
Yeah,
That's my fault.
that's definitely the nerd part.
but then they were like, well, why don't we just buy you some? And then so started the slippery slope that led to that.
Slippery
This.
That
slope?
other one off
No.
camera. So,
He doesn't have a problem. He can stop anytime he wants.
I know. I just
That's
choose not
slippery
to.
slope.
Call me Mr. Feelgood, we can dance and we can fly together. Call me Mr. Feelgood, spread your wings and we can fly together.